So good evening, everybody. We're going to do another transfer update because we've signed so many players since I last did one. I thought, why not come back and celebrate? But there has been some movement, so I'm going to come to that in a minute. Nobody's left, don't worry, nobody's left. Nobody's come in, but there has been a couple of updates. Before I get into that, Mikel Arteta is going to do his press conference tomorrow, as far as I'm aware. So the press conference reaction will be tomorrow, obviously. So will the preview and starting 11. Anybody who doesn't know or doesn't have Flick app, download it right now. I am going to put, after I do this stream, I am going to put up a load of polls on that Flick app, and you guys can pick your starting 11. So when I do my video tomorrow night, then it will be the starting 11 that you guys picked. So make sure you download that app. And Spurs won 2-1, did they? Okay. Right at the death, wasn't it? 85th, 86th, something like that. I think that team had a couple of players sent off, but listen, I ain't even worried about Spurs. I ain't even interested in Spurs. Yeah, let them do what they're doing, and we'll do what we're doing, which isn't a great deal at the moment, to be fair. But we do have a game against West Ham at the weekend. David Luiz is back in training, and so is Pablo Mari. Pablo Mari, I've seen a couple of clips of him in training today. So we've got a couple more centre-backs to pick from than we had last time, that's for sure. William Saliba has done an interview today as well. If you haven't seen that, go and check that out. And we've got quite a few more. We've got double the amount of centre-backs available as we did last time. So yeah, there we go. But we are going to speak about a couple of players. I see a rumour earlier. I'm going to do some digging on it about Wilfried Zaha on loan. We don't want that to happen, surely. We don't need another winger. We've got 6, 7 wingers, something stupid. What do we need another winger for? But let's speak about this one first. Let's go straight into it. Head first. Now, earlier on, Fabrizio Romano tweeted out that Barcelona have got him as a backup if they do not land Dest, who is their first choice right-back pick. They need to obviously offload Semedo before they do anything. And again, Barcelona are a little bit like us at the moment. Not sold many players. Luis Suarez is about to leave. He's in Italy trying to get residency or whatever it is. I don't know, some Italian passport or something he needs to sign. I don't know. But he is going to go and sign for Juventus as far as I know. But the update since then is that Bayern Munich have agreed a long-term deal, personal terms the lot, with the right back that Barcelona want as first choice. Please, 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 Barcelona, just come and get him. Please, just take him off our hands. Let's move on from idolizing these players that are average. He's played 208 games, I think, for Arsenal, or 206 games, 18 assists. Not great, is it? It's really not great. I see a Man United account yesterday moaning about Luke Shaw only having 15 assists in 214 games, which, when you think about it, like, both of them are nowhere near the levels to play for their clubs. Luke Shaw was never good enough to play for Man United. Hector Bellerin, as soon as he lost all of his pace, has been highlighted. I know he's had a couple of big injuries. Listen, you don't wish that on any player, whether you like him or not. But at the end of the day, for me personally, he ain't good enough to play here. He ain't good enough to be in a team that wants to be on the front foot, that wants to attack and score goals. He hasn't got the technique or the ability to be able to whip ball after ball after ball into the box. So if Barcelona are going to miss out on their main target, which it does look like they're going to do, because listen, Bayern Munich have agreed a fee and a deal and everything with him. Whether it goes through or not remains to be seen. But that means that they're going to try and apparently turn their attention to Hector Bellerin. So listen, if Hector Bellerin does go in this window, I'll be absolutely over the moon, regardless of whether we go and get a replacement or not. I think Maitland-Niles is more than capable of doing a job at right back. Not only that, when Pepe plays right wing, he looks so much more comfortable and more dangerous with Maitland-Niles playing there than he does with Hector Bellerin. And it's no coincidence that when them two play together, we get absolutely exposed down that side, because Pepe don't track back properly and Bellerin can't defend properly. So everyone attacks that side. So for me, he has to go. And listen, I've said this for a couple of summers now. I don't want him here. He's not good enough, man. I have seen proper right backs at this football club, and he ain't one of them. Aboué was better than him. Let's be real. Aboué could cross a ball, properly cross a ball. This guy can't cross, man. And then when you look over on the other side to Saka, to Tierney down that left-hand side, we're absolutely quality down the left. And we whip balls in for fun. Saka, how many crosses did he put into the box last season? Where we scored goals off of the back of it. Tierney, how many crosses does he whip in? He beats his man, no second touch, bang, straight in the box. When I watch Bellerin, he gets down the wing, great, fantastic bombing down the wing, but then he ain't got the composure or the ability to just whip a ball in. I watched the boy Lamptey the other day for Brighton. I know Chelsea beat him in the end, but that boy absolutely ripped it down that side. He was fantastic down that side against Marcus Alonso. Every time the ball comes to him, no mucking about, straight in the box. The one he put in for Malpai, if that was a decent finisher, that would have been a bullet header, back of the net, 1-0 to Brighton. And that was a great cross. And listen, that's maybe somebody we should go and look at. Maybe not this summer, see how he gets on, maybe do something in January or even next summer. But if Barcelona miss out on their target, which it does look like they're going to do, fingers crossed that they do come for him. Like I said, he is their backup if they miss their first hit. So hopefully we might be able to do something there. Barcelona are skint, apparently. I don't know how true that is, but they do need to offload a load of players, and they still haven't done much yet. So listen, we'll wait and see what happens with that one. I haven't got a picture of the guy, but I have got a picture of the guy. There he is, David Raya, the Brentford goalkeeper. Arsenal are still in talks to sign him, despite Runarsson being all but complete. €2 million we're signing that the Icelandic goalkeeper for. It isn't official. Nothing is 100% concrete with that, but it's about 95% done and dusted, that Icelandic goalkeeper. And apparently he's going to be our number 2, which I find a little bit, okay, what happens if Leno gets injured? But apparently Arsenal are still trying to do a deal where we sign this guy. Now, they want 10 million quid. We ain't paying 10 million quid. We're trying to do it where we buy him, but loan him back and maybe do something a little bit cheaper that way. So they don't have to go out and rush out and go and get another goalkeeper. Now, listen, I've seen this guy play maybe 4 times, 5 times. I've not been impressed with him. I don't think he's that great. His kicking's atrocious. He's not bad at shot stopping. But if we're going to go with this playing out from the back, trying to move the ball quickly out from the back, listen, he is what he is. He's a championship goalkeeper. And sorry, not good enough again. But listen, that's the least of our worries is goalkeeping area for me. Yes, we have only got Leno, and if we do get him injured, we are ruined. But I'd be more interested in going and spending out on midfielders first and then taking the risk with the goalkeeper, because I think that the midfield we've got is absolutely shocking. Least we could put Matt Macy in goal, I suppose, or this Runarsson guy, no matter how poor they are. Come on, they can't be as bad as Almunia. That's how I'm looking at it. But let's move on to say Kolasinac again. Apparently, Leverkusen are now in talks with him and his agent. So again, that's moving forward. I said earlier on today, the reports I read suggested that he wants to move back to Germany for family reasons. Maybe he's fed up of being Mesut Ozil's bodyguard. I don't know. But apparently, he is in talks with Leverkusen, and that's moving along steadily. And that would be very nice if that happens. Not much talk on Socrates at the moment. That seems to have gone a little bit quiet, which is kind of one way or the other. It's either gone quiet because it's all but done, or it's gone quiet because nobody wants him. But that was really picking up pace last week. And this week, it just seems to have evaporated, disappeared, gone. So I'm not quite sure what's happened with that. But I'll try and do some digging, see if I can find any news on it. But yeah, who else was I going to speak about? Lucas Torreira. There he is. Where is he? I've lost him. I've lost Torreira. He's only 5'5". There he is. Again, the main man, Fabrizio, has tweeted out today that Arsenal have only had 2 loan offers. So all of the reports about Torino with £24 million or 24 million euros were an absolute crock of crap. And nobody has actually bid cash money in the building for Lucas Torreira. They want him on loan. Now, Arsenal was said to be holding out to try and actually sell him and get money for him because, listen, without selling players, it doesn't look like we're buying anyone. So right now, we're kind of snookered because most of these teams in Italy are pretty damn skin. And most of the teams that want Lucas Torreira are Italian teams. So we're pretty snookered with that one, but there is still 18 days to go. I am hopeful that we're going to get rid of him because, listen, he don't want to be here. He never wanted to be here. And he ain't that good, is he? Let's be real. And if we can get money for him, whether that be on a loan or whether that be a fee, just get him out the door. He's only on about 40 grand a week. It's not exactly killing our wages if we do keep him. But I just want to see some action now. Like, you know, we've seen all the stories over the last few nights about this guy a while. And, you know, you have to laugh at some of the crap people, right? It's like, seriously, man, 40 million euros when everybody knows that the fee is 60 million euros. And it's like, well, what are we waiting for? You know, we see our top boy the other day, Vinay, our leader, the Messiah, the one to take us forward in the process, sitting there addressing the world of all the Arsenal fans out there, saying, we don't need to sell before we buy. Okay then, mate. How comes we ain't brought him then? How comes we have not put another bid in for him other than the Guendouzi bid? Because to me, it does look like we have to sell before we buy. Because we know that this guy's our number one target. We have known for weeks that the fee is 60 million euros. We have known for weeks that he is our number one target. And we have known for weeks that they do not want Guendouzi. So what is the hold up? It's time to go. That picture's time to go as well. You need to bin that picture, boy. I hope you're well, man. Tomorrow, come join in the member stream, buddy. Let's see if we can top the last one. Level 3 member stream tomorrow, 7 o'clock. So make sure you come and check that out. And but yeah, just coming back. Thank you for that, Doug. Appreciate that, mate. Listen, just coming back to that, right? I just look at it and I think, if our top boy is sitting there saying we don't need to sell before we buy, how comes we have only how comes we have only brought one footballer for 20 odd million pounds? That makes no sense to me. Yeah, I don't trust that Vinay as far as I could throw him. Yeah, I'm starting not to trust Edu, if I'm being honest right now. Like I've said in the previous stream earlier today, it just seems like he's just doing jobs for the boys with the Brazilian core and a couple of freebies. And is that what we need? You know, we've been down this whole, let's get a whole bunch of English guys. Yay, the British core. None of them are here, mate. And most of them failed. And before that, we had the French core. That was when we were decent. Maybe go down the route of some French players. I don't know. Maybe Awar is the start of that. Add that to Lacazette. We've got a couple of French league players in the team. In fact, we've got Guendouzi. He's French, isn't he? William Saliba's French. Maybe we could go with a French core again and make us great again. But I don't trust any of these people in positions of power at this football club. They're all blaggers. They're all bullshitters. They're all PR men. They're all corporate spiel when they're doing like talking and addressing people. We've been here. We've done this. And that is why my patience runs thin with it. Because I've seen and heard Ivan Gazidis before. I remember Ivan Gazidis saying to Robbie, yeah, don't worry, we're in the market. We're going to go and do what's blah, 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 blah. I think that was the summer we signed Petr Cech. Like, come on, man. Seriously. Like, I don't understand why we haven't gone and signed anybody. Yeah, and I just look at it and I think, like, do we want to be great? Do we want to win the league? I know it's not going to happen overnight. I understand that. I'm not dumb enough to sit here and go, oh, we should be winning the league this season. At least have a go. Yeah, at least have a go, man. Go and buy Awar. Go and buy Partey. Go and buy another right back. Yeah, go and get another midfielder after that if you want. Get rid of Guendouzi. Get rid of Torreira. Get rid of Xhaka. Get rid of Mustafi, Kolasinac. And people sit there and say, oh, but you can't get rid of all these players in one window. How comes Inter Milan signed 13 players last summer? How comes Sevilla signed 14 players last summer? Funny enough, they were both in the Europa League final. 27 new players between their squads of 50. Yeah. It can be done. It depends how much you want to do it. You don't have to go and spend stupid amounts of money to change a whole squad. It's all about smart business. We haven't done smart business properly in terms of a 5 or 6 players as smart business in one hit since probably the early Wenger days, you know, when we found the Nelka and players like that, you know, and it's really, really annoying. And Neil makes a great point. Overnight, exactly. It's been 16 years, mate. 16 years. Excuses. I agree, Lee. Exactly. Lower your expectations. I'll probably have a better hairline, mate. if I weren't so stressed over this football club. My forehead is bigger than Arsenal's future, mate. 5 head. Sevilla took 6 years. Well, Sevilla changed 14 players last summer, mate. They finished 6th in the league last season, not the season just done, the season before. They went and bought 14 players, yeah, or signed 14 players, and then went and won the Europa League. So why can't we sign 7, 5, 6 players this summer? Why can't we do that? Are we Arsenal or are we Barnet? You know, I don't really get it, mate, if I'm honest. And like I said, we've got 18 days to go and do these deals. And then it's going to be panic, rush. Oh, we tried. Yeah, seen it all before, mate. Seen it all before. And I'm not convinced one little bit that we are going to get Aouar and Partey. And let's be real, we need them both. Yeah, and if we don't get them both, soon as one of them gets injured, let's say we sign Aouar. What happens if he gets injured in his first game? Yeah, what happens if we don't get either of them? Then what? What happens if we sign them both? They're not match ready, let's say, and ready for the Premier League. And Arteta goes, I don't really want to bed you in at Anfield. Yeah, we'll leave it for another couple of games. We'll bring you off the bench. We'll warm you up. All of a sudden, we're in the middle of October and it's an international break. Do you know what I'm saying? So then we ain't going to see him until the end of October. Really frustrates me, man. It's like they have been our #1 targets, yeah, since the beginning of this transfer window, which opened nearly 9 weeks ago, 27th of July. And we have signed Willian on a free. We've got Dani Ceballos back on a loan and a 22-year-old that may or may not be a great player. Is that acceptable when you finish 8th, your worst finish for 25 years? I've seen an update today that it's nearly £1 billion spent in the transfer window so far on over 210 players. So when people sit there and say, it's not Football Manager League, big up yourself, mate. When people sit there and say it's not Football Manager, well, it is, because guess what? By the end of the window, the transfer fees that are going to have been spent by the teams this season are going to be very close to the 1.6 billion, maybe even more if Sancho goes through, Koulibaly goes through, Houssem Aouar and Thomas Partey go through. All of a sudden, that's another 300 odd million pounds gone through. So I put it at 1.3 billion without anyone else doing anything. So it would not surprise me one little bit if in the end of this transfer window, the totalizer is there or thereabouts the same as it was last summer, maybe even more. And we're in a global pandemic, which by the looks of it is only affecting Arsenal and Man United. It's a shocker. It's an absolute mare. Yeah, it's not acceptable. You know, it probably didn't help sacking Raul right on top of a trial during a transfer window. Yes, it was the right decision if he had his hands in the till. Of course it was. But maybe we should have waited until after the transfer window, getting what we want, then go again. Because it looks like these lot ain't got a clue what they're doing. You know, what does Edu do? I've asked that a million times. What is he doing? You know, you've signed Pablo Mari, Brazilian league. You've signed Martinelli, Brazilian. Great player, by the way. You've signed William on a free. You've signed Cedric Suarez on a free. Who else has he signed? Dani Ceballos back. Come on, man. Seriously. And Gabriel, Brazilian. So unless they're free or Brazilian, what does Edu actually do? It's mad. It's unbelievable. Let's talk more action. My Danish friend knows. Big up, Kim. Hope you're well, man. Let's smash through some of your comments real quick. My guy, there he is, Jibs. There are super fans who think the current squad will finish above Leicester, Chelsea, Man United, Spurs and Wolves and get 4th come May. These deluded sheep fans follow the masses. Turn it in, will ya? It's true. It is so true. I'm sorry. I've seen people that have been supporting this club longer than me. Yeah. And I'm nearly 39. Well, I was 39 in June. So I'm old. I'm nearly 40. Yeah. I've seen people that have supported this club longer than I have that were sitting there very vocal last summer about Stan and Josh Kroenke. Zipped this summer. Why? We spent 143 million quid last summer and they were still giving it that after the window shut. Oh, we haven't got enough. It's not good enough. We wanted this. Oh, we should have got this. We should have got that. So what's the difference when we fast forward a year when we spent 22 million quid? Can somebody explain that to me? Apart from keeping up appearances on social media, what is that all about? Because right now should have been the time when all of them come out the woodwork and gone, yo, this is taking a piss now. 18 days to go. Do you care or not? Because we care. Do you? Yeah, because that's what they were throwing down everyone's faces last summer when we actually broke our record for a transfer. We signed Tierney. Yeah, we signed David Luiz and Ceballos. Yeah, David Luiz, cheerleader in the dressing room. Well done. £8 million cheerleader. We signed Danny Ceballos, who was shit for 10 months out of 12. But I'm happy he's back. I think if he carries on with the form he ended with, cool, we've got a decent player. But this is the time where they should be coming out and saying, we care, do you? But no, they all want to sit there claiming it's not Football Manager and trust the process. It's embarrassing, man. We are Arsenal Football Club and we're sitting here with 22 million quid spent with 18 days of the window to go with no players left from the first team squad apart from Martinez for 20 million quid. I'm sorry, that is an absolute fucking shambles. Yeah, we finished 8th. Has everyone forgot that? 8th. We finished 8th. And everyone is sitting there as happy as a pig in shit, cussing off Tottenham, cussing off Wolves, cussing off Leicester, Chelsea, United. You know, what planet do you live in? Like, seriously, if anyone thinks that we're finishing 4 places higher, yeah, sorry, I can't subscribe to that theory, mate. I genuinely can't. Big up my boy Neftali. Let's make a banner. We care, do you? Good evening, Kerry. Hope you're well, darling. Big up, Ethan. Notification gang. Gang, come on. Some of your comments crack me up, man. If any fans think they're finishing above Chelsea, Wolves, Leicester or United, they're deluded. Yes, listen, our fans are sitting there thinking that I put a tweet out yesterday, a poll, saying who's had the worst transfer window? Or who's had the better? I think it was who's had the better transfer window. Yeah? No, it wasn't. It was who's had the worst transfer window. Yeah? Who's had the worst transfer window? I think 60-odd% said Man United. Hello? Van der Beek walked straight into our team. Yeah, does Gabriel walk straight into their centre-backs? That's debatable. Yeah, that is debatable. Van der Beek walked straight into our midfield. Yeah, so they were already better than us. They finished 3rd. They've lost 1 game since January. But apparently, they're shit. They ain't done any business. Their fans are in meltdown. And we're better than them, apparently. Well, how? How? We've won an FA Cup. What has that got to do with this season and this summer and the league positions? Yeah, we finished 8th in the league last season. What have we done now, right now, to make us finish 4th? Absolutely nothing. I don't get it. I genuinely don't understand it. Gabriel probably is better than Lindelof, to be fair, but would he walk straight in their team? It is still debatable, isn't it? Listen, Eric Bailly is a wicked centre-back when he's fit. Lindelof has shown glimpses. I think he's massively overrated, Lindelof. Harry Maguire, I don't actually think he's as bad as people think he is. Yeah, he's not great, don't get it twisted. But we've seen Gabriel for 1 game against the worst team in the league that will probably end up close to record worst points this season. And all of a sudden, he's Van Dijk. Like, he's not, is he? Let's just chill and see where it takes us with him. But Van der Beek walks straight in our team. We've got a shit midfield. Not one of our midfielders is worthy enough to wear that shirt. Not one of them. Suarez shit. Ozil shit. Guendouzi's bang average, although he has got ability and he could kick on. Just bin him, just sell him. Joe Willocaine, all that, not good enough, doesn't track back properly. Dally's on the ball all the time, holds on to it way too long. Smith Rowe, I don't know. I'm a poet and I fully know it. Who else we've got in midfield? Granit Xhaka, the turning circle of the fucking Titanic. Yeah, doesn't smell danger. Has 160-yard diagonal every 10 games, and everyone knocks one out. Sorry, these players are the players that you all idolise, that you all think are amazing. They're the best players in the world. We've got a wicked midfield. They're shit. Danny Ceballos, like I said, 2 good months in 12. Not good enough. Yes, he might be this season. We will see. But that midfield is shocking, mate. Absolutely shocking. And we have wasted 9.5 weeks or 9 weeks or whatever it is. We ain't even close to putting a bid into any midfielder. I don't get it, man. Big up my guy. The day David Dean left was the day our transfer acumen died. Sven was another turning point. Then Raul, our squad is bloated. We must sell. Thank you very much for your donation, mate. Appreciate that. I've seen the polls you've been putting up on Flick as well, man. Appreciate that. And if you haven't downloaded the app, do go and download it. If you are a moderator on the app already, you can run polls, you can put news articles in, and you can run quizzes and stuff like that. After I've done this stream, which will be in a minute, I am going to be putting up the polls for the starting 11 for the game on Saturday night. So make sure you vote on that, because the starting 11 stream or video that I do with the preview will be based on your starting 11 that you voted for. I will give you mine separately, but I'm going to get you guys to interact more this season if you would. So make sure you download the app. I'm going to pick 3 new moderators on Saturday. Go and scroll down the timeline on it and spam with the emotes if you want to get involved. And also there is a t-shirt giveaway on Saturday as well. One lucky person who's followed will get a t-shirt of their choice shipped anywhere in the world. The powers that be at Flick are going to pick one random person. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate that, mate. As always, big up yourself, mate. And you're right. Them 3 people are more clued up than any of the people at Arsenal right now, mate. Yeah, you know, we don't seem to have, you know, everyone says trust the process. We don't seem to have a plan. What's the plan? Can somebody explain our plan? I'll get Edu in. He'll get a load of his mate jobs for the boys. Oh, William, see if you can tap up Oscar now, mate. Fucking Oscar. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. It's mad. Let me highlight this young man. K-Man 1867. This chat is full of Spurs fans. What, because we want better for our football club? Maybe, my friend. You're a West Ham fan. Yeah, because you're happy with shit. We're coming 7th. Buckle up. Bruv, as it stands right now, I'd say you're probably right. 6th, 7th, 8th again. Watch out for Everton behind us. Everton changed their whole midfield just like that in a week. What are we doing? Alan got man of the match against Tottenham, which, by the way, washed up Ancelotti, I kept getting told in December. Not good enough. He's finished. He's washed up. When was the last time Arsenal beat Tottenham at White Hart Lane? Can somebody tell me that? In a league game, not the League Cup when Flamini scored. When was the last time Arsenal beat Tottenham away? Wembley or White Hart Lane? Was it Rosicky? First minute. Bosh. When was that? 13, 14 perhaps? That's how long ago it was we beat Tottenham. Ancelotti went there and beat him with a brand new midfield. Washed up, apparently. Washed up with his brand new midfield. Rosicky banger. There we go. I knew I was right. 13, 14. Thank you very much to everyone who's spammed the chat. We care. Do you? Well, we did care. They don't anymore, mate. They don't anymore. It's all about being friendly and buddy online. Why are Arsenal not signing players? With that, I'll start that again, shall I? Smash the likes up while I stumble my way through this. Why are Arsenal not signing players with the aim to win the title? I have seen us finish in top 4 10 years in a row. I'm tired of it. I want a league. Exactly. My boy Sate knows. It's mad. It is absolutely embarrassing how this football club goes on. But there we go. Big up my boy Bertrand. And I want to quickly pin that. We're going to end on that one. Should have signed Decore. Yes, we should have signed Decore. Actually, we'll end on that one. Big up Eddie, my guy on Facebook. Thank you very much to everyone who has watched live. I will be back at around 10 o'clock, not 9 o'clock. It will be an upload. Don't forget, that's not the one I wanted to pin. That one. Don't forget, smash the likes up, subscribe if you're new, download Flick. I'm literally going to come off of this. In 10 minutes' time, I'm going to start putting up the polls for the starting 11 for the West Ham game. So you vote on who you want in each position. So yeah, man, that should be interesting. And then tomorrow when I do my preview, you'll be picking the team basically. So there we go. All have a wonderful evening. I'll be back again at 10 with an upload. Thanks very much for all the love, support. And I'm out of here. Don't forget, follow my Instagram, LeeGunner82. And I'm gone. Laters, peeps.